I want the people who are coming to Inspired Vacay to leave feeling so inspired, obviously, and just really like fired up and have clarity around what their dreams are and what they want to make happen. It's called Inspired Vacay to give people the space to actually take a step back and just work on their business from a much higher level. And when you give yourself permission to do that, it can be so transformational.
So I put my hands up and the butterflies fly away.
Nodding my head like yeah,
Moving my hips like yeah.
It's not supposed to be like an intensive, like hardcore couple of days. It's meant to be relaxed and a lot of downtime, because I often find when I go to events or conferences or whatever, the times where I've got the most out of it are in the downtime when I'm not necessarily sat there in a session. I'm like mingling or chatting with people outside of the formal sessions. That's why there's lots of time for people to like hang out and get to know each other, because I think honestly that will be where people get the most value. So I'll be doing like visualizations. So for example, like visualizing, say, what your dream business is like. So I want to go here. How's it going to feel when I arrive there? How's it going to feel to have achieved those things? What is it that I actually want? And I think they're powerful because it forces you to actually get clarity around, okay, what is it that I do want? Because if you don't know where you want to go, you're going to keep going around in circles. At first, it can be a real struggle to visualize, and people struggle because they actually don't know what it is that they want. But it's like with anything, when you practice, you get better at it. And Muhammad Ali used to call it creating his future history. And he would vividly visualize like how his matches were going to go, and he'd visualize winning, and he would basically publicly predict what round he was going to knock out his opponent in, and he would get it right all the time. And he would say that by the time he got into the ring to fight, he'd been there so many times in his mind that he knew exactly how it was going to play out. And it's interesting that athletes do this and learn about it, but as normal folk don't. Like, if no one teaches you about visualization or the power of visualization, you don't do it. And it's really interesting as well because from like a scientific brain perspective, visualization is as powerful as physically doing something. It builds like neural pathways. So for example, they did an experiment where basketball players were split into 3 groups, and one group were asked to show up to the court every day and just shoot hoops for like an hour. The next group were asked to don't pick up a basketball, don't come to a court, but every day for an hour vividly visualize shooting hoops and getting the ball in the net every single time. And the third group was said, right, don't come to a court, don't pick up a basketball, don't think about basketball, just don't do nothing to do with basketball. So at the end of this experiment, they brought the 3 groups back together, and the first group, who had gone down to the court and like actually physically practiced every day, had improved by 24%. The group that had just visualised, they hadn't picked up a ball, they hadn't done anything, had improved by 23%, and obviously the other people hadn't improved at all. And it kind of was going to show that you can literally be sat on your backside at home visualising shooting hoops, and you can improve by practically the exact same amount as someone who's physically doing it every day, because of how powerful the mind is. We have finally arrived in Palm Springs for Inspired Vacay. I'm so very excited. It's bloody boiling though, but We're here, we're going to check everything out. Filming. James, we're about to go through our plan now.
It's like someone's left a heater on.
Yeah.
Good body, 12 o'clock.
Right, let's figure this out then.
I don't need a filter.
It's not a filter. It's hands-free.
Right. Sunglasses on head, never good luck.
Fine. We are now in Palm Springs. We're inspired Vacay. Woo! I'm so excited. We're here. So yeah, we're about to go through this lovely workbook and agenda. I'm so excited. I can't wait for people to arrive tomorrow. Well, that's really good, James.
Good, right?
Good job.
Thank you. It's nice with Hannah's just done it really nicely, even with these little details here.
Yeah.
And obviously pulled to the edge. Looks cute. It's a bit better than the 2017 one.
Yeah, it's nice.
Printed at home. Do you literally want to go through it and fill it in?
I think so.
So at this point, you could answer it from your personal perspective. There's so much going on with FEA, so if I was writing it from my perspective.
The most challenging thing right now is wanting to grow and getting the team in the right place to be able to grow. Oh, here's our view. Thank you.
This is the starter. This is the starter for one.
So obviously Michelle is at 10 o'clock. She's doing 20 minutes of talking plus 10 minutes of Q&A. So we can do the breakout session from 11 till 12.
Yeah.
Well, if I do 15-minute hot seats, 1:30 till 2:30, I get people to vote on who they want to be in the hot seat. And then 3:15 to 3:30 is the meditation. And Tuesday, 10 till 10 past 10, probably visualization and what's happening today. And then 3:20 till 3:30, I was going to do any last Q&As, wrap it up, and maybe a little bit of a visualization to end on. So I'll go back and fill this out and think through the questions and stuff I'm going to ask.
Hi, Miguel. Here we go. Hello. Nice to meet you.
We still need to check our badge and show where are you going?
I don't even know the name of it. There's a big sign in front. It's on the opposite side of the road, down maybe half a block. Yeah, it's literally the corner of the next block. There's a big sign in the front.
Wow, he's not giving any smile.
Come on, Casey Thomas. He's so smiling over. He's starting to do this frown where I think he's just checking it out.
Yeah, taking everything in, so it's just what is going on.
Casey. Oh, it's so nice to hang out with Michelle. Obviously we hang out online all the time, but it's just different in real life when you can just be actually sitting next to a person. It was fun just to chat and catch up again. It was really nice. And to meet Noah and Michelle is so nice. Obviously Michelle, yes, she works for FEA, but she also runs her own business. So it's nice to speak to her just from the perspective of oh, here's what's going on with FEA, and she's got things and ideas that she can share with me and vice versa. It's nice because I don't often get that, and I think I've been sorely missing a mentor in my life at the moment. So it was nice to chat with someone else about everything going on. Otherwise you can feel really isolated when you don't have a business partner, for example, and it can feel really lonely. It's about transparency and honesty and really coming together and working effectively together. I feel like it is about, friendships and getting to know each other on a real level.
you.